Ladies and gentlemen, the clip that you are about to see is, tragically, all true. We advise viewers of a nervous disposition, or those given to laughing hysterically at outbreaks of idiocy, should probably turn away now. We cannot be held responsible for the person and their actions during this clip. We hope that you understand, and if you feel the need to talk to a consultant or a doctor after this, please get in touch with your nearest local physician. Oh. Oh. Well, there. Ah. I suppose that says it all, really, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't really have much comment about my my accuracy with a gun. After that, killed by a guy with a 22. So so that's everything. That's Yolanda. That's everything. So hey, back to scratch again, I guess. The good news is I know where there's a Humvee. Spawning in at night. And east coast? What is that there? An island, beach, a road. And that is a train track, correct? Yes, it is. Where am I? I think Electro's down here. No, wait. Where are we looking at? Is this going around the peninsula? Got a set of islands. Another island there. Yeah, Electro must be down here. Such is the plan, anyway. Definitely buildings. Let's have a look. Road sign. Is it road sign? No. Is this Kamishovo again? Is it Kamishovo? Is this the one we spawned in not too long ago? Right? Yeah, Kamishovo. Okay. Well, that's alright. I mean, I kind of know where I am if I'm in Kamishovo. Just trying to think if Kamishovo has a water supply or not. I don't think it does. Or do they all? I can't remember. Anyway. Let's get into it. Kamishovo. It's a little bit out of the way because I was contemplating, do I try and head back to down the coast and see if vaguely anything remains from Yolanda, because because I can, really. Yeah. Cure again, team. So I've escaped Kamishovo with a police jacket, a hat, a BK-18, which is fine, but I don't have any ammo for it. A cleaver, a sledgehammer, I can't tell you how happy I am about that, and a hunter's knife and a bone knife and some rags and stuff. We found a chicken, we killed a chicken, we washed our hands, then we cooked and ate said chicken, and then we put some hand wraps on. So I'm in this little village up above the hills above Kamishovo, and I'm looking to get a few more things if possible. Is that a person? It's a pot plant. Yeah, I want to see if I can get a few more things, because I'm not feeling particularly well kitted out, and one of those things would be a little bit more food and a water bottle. These will do for a start. Yeah, I want to head back to what was it called? Kamanova, or whatever it was, where Yolanda was, as soon as I can, bearing in mind that due to real life commitments it has been some hours since I died, and it will be some further hours before I can even get there. Which, you know, that is life. Maybe there will be nothing there when I get there, maybe there will be something, but I kind of want to skirt the main centers if I can. I don't want to actually have to go straight into the main centers, just because of how heavily trafficked they generally are. So that's the plan. I'm going to see what I can get from here, and if I can, I'm going to see what I can do about that. See what I think that might make a good plan. If I get some ammo, shooting a deer would be good. But you know, chance would be a fine thing. Yeah, so that's the plan. We are here, and yeah, and we carry on. So I shall once again bring you in if anything magical or tragical happens, and we'll see how we go. Kia ora, team. I want to bring you back in for this. Remember I was talking to you during my last incarnation about the importance of fruit trees? Well, here are all 3 fruit trees, and I have just gotten fruit from all 3. These are apple trees, obviously. I mean, you can see it's got apples on, right? And I think you're probably more inclined to get apples off the ones with apples. I don't know. I've already eaten some apples, so anyway, there you go. There's no apples. It's just that the leaves are red. By contrast, this tree here is a pear tree, and I've just gotten a pear off this tree because this is a pear tree. You can see the pear tree. You can see the apple tree. This tree is a plum tree, and I have just picked up this plum, which, as I said to you, it says dried, says still edible. So there you go. So in the space of, you know, a few meters, I have picked up an apple, a pear, a plum, and I have some free food. Yes? Pear. So keep an eye out for these things when you're running around, and you may just feed yourself. How about that? Cure again, team. So I finished up in that little town that you left me, which I think is called Tulga, and I've headed west. Along the way, I have picked up a gun cleaning kit and some multivits and a compass, which is awfully helpful. Some blood bags, some charcoal, which we'll get to, etc. And I have crafted myself a simple makeshift fishing rod from 2 stacks of rags, and a stick and some bone from some chicken. I did get a hunter's backpack, which is pretty good. It holds 63, which is really good. And I'm at Kometa Dam, and there's a campsite up here, and there's also a little military checkpoint. But I got the hunter's backpack here. I didn't really get anything in the military checkpoint, which is great because 63 and it's high insulation and it's green and it's pretty good. You know, I'm still wearing dreadful clothes, but there you go. I've still got hand wraps, and I'm still, yes. What I do is I take my hand wraps off, I butcher the meat, wash my hands, and then put my hand wraps back on. Right? I mean, surely that's got to be an answer, hasn't it? I mean, I haven't got sick so far. There's also a medical clinic up here, and I've crafted up a blood bag just in case, because you never know. And I've picked up an extra collection bag, but I don't have an IV, so I'm not going to take any more blood for now. It was raining. I took the opportunity to come inside and dry out. Obviously, there's a dam up there, and some places to catch some fish. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head up to the dam. I'm going to catch some fish, and I'm probably going to come back here and light another fire because I think this will be out by that time, and have some fish, because the chicken just isn't cutting it. You go through. I've been through so much chicken, and it doesn't sustain you for near long enough. That's the issue. So given that it doesn't sustain me for near long enough, I think the dam is this way. I'm going to go and get some fish, which do sustain you for very much long enough that is actually the dam is the other way. So that's where we're going, and yeah, I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to head down, skirt around. In fact, I might just cut straight across country and skirt around Cherno, and that should bring me down into Komarovo, where we last saw my body and Yolanda. And we'll see how we go, eh? See you then. Kura again. Hey, look! We're back and push the... Oh boy. It's like Groundhog Day. Kia ora, team. Well, dawn is breaking, and we are heading down the road towards Balota. That back there is Chernogorsk. Bye! And this way is Balota, and then where we got killed, Kamarovo, whatever it is. So, yeah, look, we left. What did we leave? Pushta. Odds and sods. I still don't have a water container, annoyingly enough. I finally picked up a set of NBC gloves. So I actually have a working pair of gloves now. And I picked up a couple of things. You may not know, maybe you do, there's a small military base up in the hills above Cherno. It's got a couple of tents in it. I dropped in there and I picked up a better jacket and a vest, so I've got a little bit more carrying capacity. I finally got some rounds for my single shot BK, and I've obviously still got my 22 because someone killed me with the 22, so obviously it works for killing people, even if it doesn't work for killing deer. So that's that. It does work for killing sheep. I did manage to kill a sheep, and I've got some sheep meat. Again, I will reiterate for the Gillman. So I take my gloves off, I got the sheep, I put my gloves in my inventory, and I don't put my gloves on again, at least my temporary wraps on again, until I have washed my hands, which is great. And that seems to be working. Anyway, we're approaching Balota, so I'm going to have a run around the military tents of Balota, and then we'll carry on to where we got killed. And I'll see you in, unless something magical or tragical happens. Hi again. I said I would call you in if something magical or tragical happens. Is it me, or is there a fire in that house? Seems to be some infected wandering around outside. That's interesting, isn't it? Let's be careful, shall we? Just because there's a fire doesn't mean they're in there. And if they're a freshie, that's fine. Maybe we'll go and check on that after we've been up this way. Cura again. I just call you in. I've just been stalking around Balota, and I've just seen our friend, possibly from the house with the fire, go past. They've just headed over to those tents, so they must have just finished those tents. I'm gonna leave them alone. You know, whatever. They're just some dude. They didn't even look like they had a gun. They had a backpack, which is great, but they didn't look like they had a gun. And, you know, they're just fresh. We're down here in Freshyville, so, you know, I'm not gonna take them out. I mean, I don't hold any grudge for the guy that shot me for the car. You know, you're a freshie, and you see someone with a car down here, by all means, go for it. They should know better. But why would I take that guy out? You know, they've got a bag, I've got a bag. They've probably got nothing I want, and they're just, you know, going hard like the rest of us. So, so I think that means Balota will be a bit of a bust. So I'm not even going to go and bother check the other tents, because if there was anything halfway decent in there, that other fella would have it. So we'll push on to Kamarovo, whatever it's called. So here we are at Kamarovo, and no wonder I got killed. There's a base up here. That's no cool. Yolanda, no big surprise. And one crate. Nothing else. So there's definitely some people around. Might need to go and have a nosy. Mm-hmm. So now that we have positively affirmed that Yolanda is missing, which is not a big surprise. Apparently, we've handed it to one of the big factions on the server here. We need to decide what to do. Now, I'm not super kitted, and I need some ammo, and I need some bits and pieces, and I think possibly there's two things that I would like to do. Drop that. I think I would like to take a stroll down to the end of this road. Or do I? Because at the end of this road is a couple of military tents and what I believe to be a recoverable Humvee. And if the recoverable Humvee is still there, then one of our tasks may be to look out for Humvee parts. But I'm also conscious that there's an Ada up in the hills over there somewhere, which is probably more our speed. So, do we go back to what we did for Yolanda, for the Ada, get all the bits together, then we can drive around and get the parts for the Humvee, which seems like a bit of a project. And it is a bit of a project, don't get me wrong. Plus, also, one of the reasons we came down here in the first place was this island. I'm already wet. There's stuff on this island. What have I got to lose for a swim out to the island, eh? And we take a little sojourn around the island. We check out what's over there. Is there going to be another faction base over there? Could well be. And we then see what we're doing, see how we're looking, and then I think we might talk about, I think realistically, we can come back, we can scout over to the Humvee, we can head up towards the Ada, and we can sort ourselves out with some stuff. I mean, I guess that's certainly an answer, isn't it? Wouldn't you say? I mean, my only real concern at the minute is water. I don't actually have a water container. But there you go. So let's do that. Let's do something we've not done before. And let's head over to this island and we'll have a scout about. And we'll see what we can find and we can see what we can come back with. Right? So what I might do is, you know, because of the Wrath of Share Factory, I'll make my way over to the castle over here, and I'll call you back when we've found something magical or tragical. I'll see you soon. Well, Cura team. Yeah, we've swum across to the island, and we're in one of the little guard posts in the island. There's barracks and things over there, which is where we're headed. We were just over at the castle, which is assuming this guy can't see me, which is just over there, crawling with infected. I mean, I want to go back there, for sure, but dear old Sledgy's badly damaged, and I've now only got one damaged hunting knife. So what I want to do is at least get some kind of additional sharp implement, and then I can maybe take some of these guys out stealthily. Because while I do like Sledgy, she is going to pack in sooner rather than later. So yeah, so that's that. I mean, it's military, right? So it's the usual military stuff: military bases, military barracks, military things. That's why we're here. So yeah, so I'll carry on doing a bit of probably more sneaking around. I had initially thought when I came over here, given that there was likely to be nobody here, that I'd probably just kill all the infected, but there's a lot of infected, so maybe killing all the infected isn't super possible. But you know, we'll do a bit of sneaking around. We're used to sneaking around. So we've come down. Those buildings up there, those three buildings up there, are barracks buildings. Found some gloves. Really, that's probably about it. There's not really anything there we need. And we've come down the back here. There's a loading dock. There's a grenade in there, which I don't need. And some bits and pieces. Yeah, it's still... I'd really, really like to get into the castle, but it is crawling with infected. Umming and ahhing what to do, eh? What to do. I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna have a nose around the castle and see if I can't get in. There's an industrial building up there, I've been in there, there's nothing there. Oh, yeah. Challenges, right? More gloves. I've gone from having no gloves to having a whole stack load of gloves. Anyway, I'll have a nosy, have a mosey, have a thinky, and see what I can come up with. Nah, we got in. We managed to sneak in, so we're inside the castle. I have no idea how I'm getting out, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Yeah. Oh man, it's a maze. It's a maze of cell doors and stairwells and things. So yeah, blimey O'Reilly. Don't know if I'm gonna find much in here. What's that carry? Does that carry 9mm? 380s. Everything carries 380s. It's really annoying. Yeah, I don't know how much exactly we're gonna find. Police pants, are they better insulation? Oh, damage. What's that? Ephedrine. Morphine. Yeah, I don't know how much we're gonna find, but we're gonna have a wander around and we're gonna try and get to the rooftop. And we'll call you in from there. And then I'll figure out how the heck I'm gonna get out of here. Well, this is it. The view from the high castle. There's the island. Just been around. We're going to go down to these last few buildings if we're going to head off in that direction. We've done all over there. Jail, 3 barracks, down by the docks, some industrial buildings, very little in it. We came over that way, from over that way. Chernogorsk is over that way. This is the remainder of the castle. I haven't been down there. I've been through all of the wings of the castle up here. Nothing here. Empty. I don't know if there's anything in that castle or down in that building there. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Well, there you go. That's another thing to tick off our list. This island, and there's another island way up further up that way, which, you know, we'll get to at some point. Yeah, anyway, there you go. Thought I'd just bring you in to have a look at that. Nice, eh? Funny what you find, eh? Well, I've finished up there. I've picked up a water bottle at last, a canteen, and I picked up a KA 74 with some rounds in it, and I didn't pick up a knife. I picked up some food, which was, you know, hurrah. But I did find a rooster up there, so I killed it and made a bone knife or two. So that's that. But this is the remains of an old fireplace. It has nothing to do with me. So yeah, so someone else has obviously been out here in the not too far distant past. There's a dry bag there. Anyway, that's that. It's dark, which is you know, arguably fun, and I have to swim for the mainland, which is in that direction. So yeah, let's do that. I find it easier in this. Anyway, this is probably going to be very dreadfully not exciting for you to watch. So I'll see you later. Kia ora, team. It's a bit dicey where I am. I am at the roadblock at the eastern end past Kaminka, and this Humvee is still here, and all it needs is a glow plug and a battery to make it actually run. I mean, I don't know how much gas is in it, and I probably need to check that. I don't know. There was a runner around here. There's some gas in it. So that's good. So there's some gas in it. Enough to get it out of there, I think. So what we have down here is a almost functional Humvee. I just need to go plug. I'm thinking truck battery. I'm thinking your average car battery probably doesn't work for a Humvee, does it? Does it? I don't know. So yeah, so that's one option. I just want to check out these tents, and then we'll talk about other options in a minute. Well, kia ora team. A lot has happened in the 24 hours of real life time that has elapsed since we were last sitting here at this beach. I can tell you that. We've been to see that island, which was interesting. Do feel free to go. It's a military base. It has some military stuff on it. Was it really worth it? Not really. So things haven't changed. We're still as kind of averagely kitted out as we were. You know, we've got space, we've got stuff, we've got some weapons. I picked up some base building gear along the way that I thought might come in handy. And the same conditions kind of still apply minus one car. So we are minus one car. We know where there's a Humvee, which all we need is a spark plug and a battery, and we might even find that. I mean, we might even find it, and then we've got to work in Humvee, and we can go and stash that, and we can do some stuff around that. In which case, we're back to the base that we need. Or we've also got the Ada up the way, which may be a little bit quicker and easier to get running. So I think, given the extent of the map, given where we're looking to build bases, given where we stand with things, my immediate effort is to go and check the Ada, and on the way we might call into Pavlovo town, which is near where the Ada is, and see if we can pick up so much as a radiator or something like that. We will check what the Ada needs, and we may be able to run around a lot of the little townships around Zelenogorsk, or even the outskirts of Zelenogorsk itself, to see if we can get those bits that we need to get for the Ada. If we then manage to get the Ada running, we can always come back when we find better gear, and we can pick up that Humvee. I don't know anyone knows it's here. If they knew it was here, it would be gone, wouldn't it? I mean, unless someone's actually putting it together, like I said, but it's been 24 hours. I mean, they've done all the hard... If they've been lugging wheels over here, they've done all the hard work. So, I don't know. So, anyway, that's the plan. I don't think anyone knows where the Ada is. So, we'll go and check out the Ada. We'll see what it needs. We'll see about getting the basics together to get the Ada running. And then we will talk about finding a place for a base. Because once we've found the place for a base, we can concentrate in earnest in base building. Once we have a base and we have a functional vehicle, we know where there's some bases. Krona Castle over there. We know where there is some bases that we need to go and hit. And we need to figure out how to do that, and we need to learn how to do that. And we need to get, obviously, a little bit more PvP, because if I can't shoot someone from dead stop distance with a better rifle, while they've only got a 22, then I need some help. Which is fine, I need some help. I'm new at this. I did say right at the very beginning of this, I'm not really a very big PvP player. So, you know, so there you go. It's time to carry on, get ourselves sorted, and get myself a bottle of Get Good and try it out. But to try that out, I want a base. I don't want to have to go through this all the time. I want to be able to set up a base somewhere that's reasonably secure. I've got a 4-code padlock on me. And once we've set up a place that's relatively secure, then we can start doing the risky stuff and learning how to be a little bit more PvP. Sound like a plan, Stan? Dawn is breaking. It's a new day. We're minus one car. We're not going to let that stop us. Hell no. So we're on the way again. We've got a plan. The plan is still the same. We're going to carry on with it, and we're going to see how far we get. I'll call you in when I get to the Ada. See you soon. Well, Cure again. So yeah, so here we are. We're up at the Ada, and I mean, you're not even going to believe it. I literally just found a car battery sitting in that shed. Just sitting in that shed. It needs a radiator and it needs a spark plug. It's got one wheel missing, and it needs some headlights to make it fully functional. This is our base. I mean, isn't it? Why not? Why not? I mean, I just came up here, and this is a bit out of the way. I'm not gonna lie, but that was one of our characteristics. It was that it would have to be at the end of the road so that we could get the car in and out. It's got a garage. I think with a bit of practice, I should be able to reverse the car in there, so we could put a door here, and we could lock the car away. And this little building, yeah, look, I know you've got issues with windows and sniping and so on. I don't think anyone can climb through that window, can you? Oh, look, there's an infected. But can we put a door there, and then all we have to do is build two doors, one door over there, one door here, and we'll put a couple of 4-code locks on them somehow. I'll see. I'm not an expert, but you know, we got a fire. We can build some boxes. We can store boxes in the garage. We could store boxes in here. We could bury boxes outside. Is this not it? Is this not the place? You know, I certainly think that it would be a good, look, it's got fruit trees. I mean, I think this would be a great place to at least try, right? A starter base. There's a stream down there for fishing. These are rotten, but if you leave them, they'll dry out, I think. There's an apple. Just take that. Yeah, how about that? How about that? I think that sounds like one of the best ideas I've had in a long time, right? We could even... How porous is this perimeter? I don't think you can get a car out there. You might... No, you're not. Well, maybe. No, don't think you can get a car out there. Or at any of those. I mean, these we could even put timber gates here, and augment these metal gates with timber gates. Or can you? Where's my code lock? No, it doesn't look like. It doesn't look like you can lock these gates with the code lock. But you know. We could put up some timber gates. We could have some timber gates here. We could have a gate into the house. We could see about putting a wall in front of that window because it is pretty annoying. We could block off... Yeah, because you block off that place and you close the door. No one would know, well, the smoke for the fire. Yeah, I think this is the ticket. I think this is the place. So I think we've got a plan. I think we'll leave that battery in the car, but we need a wheel for an Ada. I'm not going all the way to Storozh for that other Ada. I mean, it's probably gone by now. We need a spark plug and a radiator, and I've got some junk. Where are you? I've got some junk that I am going to put in the back of the car for now. There she is. Thank you. Nothing. Yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan. You are looking at our new base of operations. Brilliant. Right, what I need to do is I need to clear up my inventory space for a little bit of hunting, because we're going to go hunting. I don't have a. I build a box, but I don't have a saw, so we're all just taking the hope that we're going to put stuff in the back of the car, and it's still going to be here. It's not going to be anything that's going to be wildly super critical, I can guarantee it. But we need to free up some inventory space. We need to travel light. We need to find an ADA wheel and a radiator and a spark plug. If we find some bulbs along the way, excellent, but we can always pick those up later. I'm not bothered about any of the cosmetic details. We just need a functioning car. So that's it. So I'm going to sort out my inventory, then we're going to hit the road, we're going to head down into the valleys, and we're going to start at Pavlovo, and we're going to start to see what we can get to put in Ada. And yeah, Ada. Anielka? Anielka the Ada? Hi Anielka. Sounds good. Anielka the Ada. Right. I'll see you guys soon.
PlayStation